When a new series pops up on Shonen Jump, I always try to make the effort to give it a read, at least for the first couple chapters. But most of the time, unfortunately, I find they aren't speaking to me, and I drop off. Like, did Earthchild eventually get good? Because I don't have it in me to find out. But Ruri Dragon was something so different from what I've come to expect from Shonen Jump. I remember reading Ruri Dragon in June of 2022 and being caught off guard by how quickly its story and young protagonist Ruri got its hooks in me. I would get excited for each new chapter drop, and I wasn't alone in these feelings. Ruri Dragon's future looked really bright. But just a month later, on July 24th, 2022, the date Ruri Dragon's 6th chapter released, we still have no clue if this manga will actually continue. I mean, how did this happen? Masaoki Shindo, the young mangaka behind the art and story of Ruri Dragon, were surely on their way to becoming big in the world of manga. In this video, I'd like to share with you their story, past works, and what led to the indefinite hiatus of Shonen Jump's next big hit. Alright, so Masaoki Shindo's first published work back in 2017 is a pretty impressive debut. At the young age of 17, Shindo debuted in Shonen Jump Cross with their one-shot Twin Peach. Now, when you think demon, you think evil bad guy here to destroy mankind as we know it, right? Or maybe you think of a different type of demon, you dirty little scamp.
Are you having a stroke? Okay, go sit down. Go.
But most of the time, when we hear demon, we think antagonists, enemies of humans. Twin Peach asks, what if it was the opposite? What if there was a world where demons are afraid of people? The manga starts on a young demon girl being surrounded by an angry mob of humans, accusing her from stealing from a local shop. We also learn that the demons in this world are supposedly extinct, eradicated during a war won by the humans. Just as the mob is closing in on this girl, hey there, give it a rest. Quiet down already, you all are being a damn nuisance, you know that? Who do you think you are? I'm a part-timer at the old Dango shop across the street, Momotaro, 18 years old. Just stop it, you're pathetic. Gang up on a little girl. What are you saying? Are you covering for a demon? Demons are humans' worst enemies. And she's a thief to boot. Being a demon isn't a sin. I'll pay for what she owes, so just let her go. Don't think you're gonna get away with any of this. Oh man, stop it. This guy's got a sword. Damn it. So, how much? 500 yen. Okay, time to run. Momotaro saves the demon girl, but she is far from grateful. I mean, why would she be? It's the humans' fault that all of her people are gone. They're the reason that she's on the street in the first place. Why her parents are no longer with us. So she can't trust her savior and believes he is up to something. There has to be a catch. Why would a human help her? She breaks out of Momotaro's grasp and gets the upper hand, declaring that she'll kill him before he gets a chance to do the same. But she can't go through with it. In all the commotion, the girl collapses from exhaustion, and when she awakes, she finds herself in a cave with Momotaro. This cave being dug by Momotaro himself, who dreamed of having a hideout here when he was a young boy. The demon continues to insist that Momotaro must have an ulterior motive for saving her, and he admits he does. He wants to be her friend. He believes that the war and persecution of demons could have been avoided. Like most wars, the war was born because neither side understood the other. Like most wars, humans believe that demons are a symbol of evil, but Momotaro believes that they are loving creatures. That's why he wished to befriend the demon girl, to begin to understand them and to eventually end the demonization of demons. The demon remembers her father had a similar dream, and she finally begins to let her guard down. It's Kaido. My name is Kaido. She told me. I see. So you're Kaido. Don't misunderstand. I still don't trust you. It's fine. Thanks. Also, I'm sorry about before. It's okay, really. It's no problem. My name's Momota. Are you okay? What's that? That was close. If I'd noticed any slower, we would have been Hey, are you okay? Hey, Kaido! You were slow enough. You. This place brings back memories. Been a while. We dug our hearts out here, didn't we? Why are you here? I received a report saying that there's a demon in the area, and I came to find it, obviously. But who knew? You were the one hiding it. God damn it. Hibihiko. Hey, are you okay? I'm alright. Got hit in the shoulder. But who is he? Do you know him? Yeah, kind of. He's a childhood friend. What's with all the secrecy? We fought in the war together 3 years back. We are heroes, after all. Huh. Kibihiko and Momotaro fought together in the war and were labeled heroes. But only Kibihiko wears that title, as Momotaro didn't go to the award ceremony. Kibihiko was here to kill Kaido, but Momotaro steps up to defend her. Kibihiko reminds Momotaro that demons were responsible for his parents' death. The way he sees it, all demons must die for the lives taken. Momotaro claps back, explaining that demons are the same as humans, losing people that they love at the hands of humans. Kibihiko doesn't falter though and gets a clean hit on Momotaro. He gives his childhood friend one more chance to hand over Kaido, but of course he refuses, and then Kaido is now defending Momotaro, someone she now sees as her friend. She can't keep up with Kibihiko, but hey, it's the thought that counts. But Momotaro stands back up and vows to protect Kaido to the end. The battle becomes more tense and Momotaro pulls out his finishing move, stuffing his enemy's face with gross wasabi dango. It worked. Momotaro and Kaido leave the scene and Momotaro promises to resolve the despair between demons and humans. And that's how the one-shot ends. You could also see the Oda One Piece influences in the art, especially in the faces. It's not just me, right? This is literally just Luffy. Some panels feel a bit crowded or messy, but this was their first published work. Mangakas often learn and evolve their art style, even in the middle of ongoing series. And to repeat myself, Masaoki Shindo was 17. Good or bad, being published at this age is an accomplishment in itself. On a floating island called Angel Claw lived, you guessed it, angels. Among them are warriors called archangels, who protect the island from demons who live below on the surface, who sometimes make their way up to the island to attack. But there's one boy among these angels who isn't one. His name is Shiro. He dreams of becoming an archangel, but without wings, it will remain just that, a dream. But when a one-winged angel, who isn't Sephiroth, and can't fly, befriends him, gets kidnapped, Shiro rises to the occasion and finds a way to become an archangel in training. They've expanded upon this could have been a classic shonen story. Maybe 2 classic shonen to stand out above the rest though. This one-shot was released in the same year as Twin Peach. In fact, it was in the same issue Twin Peach appeared in. Imagine having 2 of your stories published at the same time, in the same year, in the same magazine, at the age of 17. Already an impressive resume for a mangaka fresh on the scene. The following year in 2018, Shindo made his return with a new one-shot, which was published in Shonen Jump Weekly. The story follows a high schooler called Kagami Kori who is haunted by ice demons. Man, Shindo really likes his demon stories. But lucky for Kagami, she's also got a personal bodyguard who keeps showing up to protect her. Well, actually, not so lucky. You see, this is Rentaro, a human with the special ability to destroy ice demons. Every time a demon shows up, he's there to save Kagami. While that sounds good, he's a bit overprotective, showing up at her school, outside of her bedroom window. It gets a bit annoying for Kagami. But there's more to Rentaro and why he's so adamant about protecting her. Again, with this one, the twist isn't super interesting to me. At this point, Twin Peach is still my favorite Shindo Masaoki one-shot, and I think the strongest character-wise. But then came along in the United States, New York. I wonder if it started. Hey you! Get down from there, you bastard, hey! It must be boring being inside of a jail cell, right? Let's kill some time together. One day, a man appeared and set free about 200 prisoners from prisons all over the states. That was the beginning of it all. After that, the man led the escapees and caused a slew of incidents. Before long, it became known as the worst case of organized crime. People called this group Number Bones, the 206 prisoners. These escaped prisoners are causing havoc, and innocent civilians are getting caught in the crossfire between them and the law. When an officer on the scene can't make any progress to save a mother and her daughter in harm's way, a mysterious student with a metal arm and katana appears. It's okay, sweetie, they'll definitely come to save us. Yo, what's with that kid? I don't know, does he want to die? 1. What the hell? 2, 3. What's going on with him? I feel like our operation might fall. Don't panic, it's just one kid. Duh. 4. What the hell? What's going on? Just like that because of one guy, Boneses. What's with that boy? Who is he? 5, 6, 7, let's see. Yeah, that makes 16. Hey you! Just now, what was that? Who the hell? Kane Harakura. I'm a samurai. Of course, the inspector on the scene wants to learn more about this Kane fellow. Samurai shouldn't be around anymore, and Kane claims to have some knowledge about the group of escaped prisoners, Bones. Kane agrees to share his information if Mr. Inspector takes him to the Statue of Liberty. Being a Japanese samurai in New York, he wants to do some sightseeing. Kane explains to the detective that the person responsible for releasing the prisoners was, well, it was his brother. Kane is part of an underground samurai clan who has done some pretty shady business in the past. His brother one day went crazy and killed his parents. But before the inspector could ask any more follow-up questions to that bombshell... What the hell? What happened? The car separated. No, it was sliced, along with the entire row behind us. Hey, wait a second. You look awfully familiar. Despite looking like Ken, this is Dolch Black, another escaped prisoner. But he seems to be marginally stronger than the others, based off of him slicing an entire row of cars in a single swing. He's also the person with the highest prison sentence so far. I thought this would be actually a really cool way to do power scaling in this manga. The longer the prison sentence, the stronger the prisoner. Forget it, Kane. Don't engage with him directly. Why? This guy's on a different level. He's the real deal. It was right before his imprisonment. 1,000 officers tracked him down, and 999 of our officers were killed by that guy, just with one knife. He was the last person standing that he was satisfied and then surrendered. He's a crazy bastard who took the nation's forces lightly. At the time, the knife that he held turned black from all the blood and rust. That's what gave him his name, the Assassin Dolch Black. This manga was published 2 years after his last manga, being Skyclaw. And you could see the improvement, the paneling. The action scenes are clear and easier to understand, and the general concept he's developing for these one-shots are feeling more unique, or at the very least more fun to read. He's also nailed the main character snapping expression page. After an intense battle, Kane actually manages to defeat Dolch Black. The officer and Kane decide to team up to defeat the other escaped prisoners. Thus, Kane's quest for revenge against his brother begins. Or at least, I wish it was beginning. Honestly, this one-shot is dope. I'll generally read more of this if it ever got greenlit. After another 2 years, Shindo popped back on the scene with a new one-shot. That one-shot being Ruri Dragon. Ruri Dragon was very much a hit when it graced the pages. As I mentioned, some of Masaoki's one-shots felt a little too similar to what we've come to expect from Shonen. And he's not alone in that. Many mangaka starting out in their career have a tough time standing out. Admittedly, it's hard to be completely original these days when there is just so much manga out there. Ruri Dragon, however, definitely felt fresh. All of a sudden, I grew horns. Mom, about this. Oh, good morning, honey. This thing on my head, it's horns, dear. You know this? But why did they... that's because you're not human, since your dad is a dragon. According to your dad, your body will start to change when you're 15. I didn't expect the horns to grow overnight, though. Anyways, eat your breakfast. Wait, what? All things considered, I'd say that she's taking this pretty well. I love the dynamic between the mom and the daughter. They're so nonchalant about everything. You're kidding me, aren't you? If I was kidding you, then how come you have those horns on your head? I'm going to work for now. How about you? Are you going to school? Well, I can't just not go. Huh. And I'm going now. Mom, wait a minute! Calm down, it's not like it's going to kill you or anything. Be sure to lock the door when you're out. What the hell is going on? When Ruri's mom returns home, she finds Ruri exhausted and bandaged up at the kitchen table. You see, Ruri sneezed earlier, and accidentally breathed fire, burning her throat and face in the process. Every time Ruri wants an answer about her dragon traits, her mom brushes her off. But her mom finally tells Ruri it's time for her to meet her father. She then takes Ruri to a secluded area in the forest where rests a shrine, and there she finally meets her father. They have quality one-on-one time, and despite him being a dragon, they talk like you'd expect a father and daughter to. Ruri teases him a bit, he answers some questions, and then they go for a fly. They cap off the visit with a family photo. It's rare that they get together like this, obviously. And Ruri returns home knowing that she has a loving dad out there that she can turn to when she needs guidance about her dragon side. The one-shot ends with a little cliffhanger as Ruri's horns begin to take on a new form. The first chapter of the official serialized version is fairly similar to the one-shot, with a particular key difference being that Ruri does not meet her father. In fact, in the 6 chapters that we have to date, she never does, treating it as more of a mystery to make it a bigger moment down the line. The manga follows Ruri as she balances her school life while also trying to live with her new powers. But as time goes on, Ruri starts to make genuine friends, and Ruri Dragon feels exactly that. Genuine, but with wholesome moments big and small. Ruri Dragon, like its one-shot counterpart, ended on quite a cliffhanger. Ruri's new dragon trait revealed itself in the middle of class. Electric powers. Depending on how she reacts, a potentially catastrophic power to develop at a school. And it's something that many readers hope to see resolved because this would be the last page we would see before Ruri Dragon entered its indefinite hiatus. A letter from Shonen Jump's editorial team blames the author's poor health for the hiatus. Due to the poor physical condition of Masaoki Shindo, Ruri Dragon will enter hiatus starting Weekly Shonen Jump issue number 35. And I can't help but feel such sadness as we approach a year of Ruri Dragon's absence from Shonen Jump. A young mangaka who won awards, published unique one-shots at the age of 17, and made a Shonen Jump hit just at 23. And I wish the question in my head was what's next for him, instead of will what's next for him ever come? Of course, his health is what's most important, and if a year, 2 years, 5 years is a break that he needs to recover before he returns, then I hope he takes that time. For me, it's just a perfect storm of circumstances that led to the hiatus that leaves me heartbroken. I wish he and so many other mangaka out there prioritized their health in the first place before it became too much to bear, and that they're left with permanent damage. Though I am sad, Shindo's message does leave me with some hope. He seems that he does want to return to manga making someday, and I pray that he does. Shindo writes, quote, "I heard that the editorial department felt like chapter 5 read like a final chapter. But it's not. There is more to come. I've been thinking all about what's going to happen." And he ends the letter with this. "This is the first time I've been serialized, and there's so much to do that I ended up not prioritizing my health. I'll use this time to get better." End quote. And I really do hope he can come back healthier than before because I truly believe he's passionate about creating manga. I gotta believe that Shindo's right about this and that this is just the beginning, and it's not a bright future cut short. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know if you've read Ruri's Dragon and what you thought about it. And what do you think Ruri Dragon's actually ever going to return? Please consider dropping a like or subscribing if you enjoyed the video. Until next time, later will be greater.